What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another live stream. Today's video, I'm going to talk about the state of the market, how I'm positioned right now with my portfolio, some things that I'm adding, some things that I'm removing to my portfolio. And obviously the times are not super interesting in crypto, but as you know, historically, these are always the best times for you guys to invest when there's cheap prices around, when there's no interest in crypto, when the fear index is still very low, guys. It's still very low. People have no interest in crypto right now. This is probably a very good chance for accumulating at these prices. And today, I want to specifically talk about the RWA sector because it's obviously, in my opinion, one of my biggest bets for next year. We are also, obviously, I'm joined by Plex here. What's up, my brother? And we're going to talk about also how we see the market right now, some of the wins and what we've been cooking, because whether the market is good or bad, we still have very good opportunities out there, and it's obviously your responsibility to capitalize on those opportunities. Plex, how are you doing, bro?
I'm very good, bro. I'm back here in Italy in the cold weather. Obviously, we were in Dubai a week ago and it was hot and stuff, and here it's like freezing rain.
I know it was a little better. I mean, we were there together. Now we're in Italy in different places, but yeah, it's quite shit. It's quite shit. But this is a good reason, you know, to lock in, to look at charts, although charts are not super exciting. Why don't we start by looking at like some charts right there? You got Bitcoin there. All right. How do you see the market right now?
So overall, like if we look at the daily chart of Bitcoin, we're always bullish. We didn't break through and go to a bearish chart.
Yeah.
For now, what I'm looking right now, let's go in 4 hours. So obviously there's been a crazy manipulation in the past days. Like you can see at this chart, seems like a meme coin.
Yeah.
But what the level I'm looking right now is this one, 89,458, because as you see, it's being tested inside this box. So, and in this same level, we have this trend line. So I really want to see what happens if we are able to go through this trend line. If it's going to test it, probably I'm going to go short. If it's going to go through, I will probably go long at least until this next level here from 93,175 to 93,766. Also because we can see the POC is here. So the price is going to be attracted there, but we need a bit of energy from the market to be able to go through this trend line and start to be bullish again. Let's quickly see some other charts. I mean, we always trade the big caps usually, except for last week. We did a very good trade, and we're gonna talk about it.
Oh yeah. There's a few that we did last week that if you guys are following my free Telegram, even you probably saw them. But yeah, we won't spoiler it for now. If you guys have missed it, like yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and so if you look at Solana, so overall we are on the same position. Solana's been trending inside here. These were great trades to take. Once you are in a range, you just go long, short, long, short, long, short, and then obviously it happens that the range is broken. So I think we need always to see what Bitcoin is gonna do in the next days. In Monday with the market opening, let's see how it reacts. I really hope we go back bullish to be able to close the year in a bullish sentiment and start the next year with a bullish market. But yeah, so very boring and very manipulated, I have to say.
Yeah, honestly, and just concluding the year the right way and starting off 2026 in the right way is going to be really important, because it's also going to be some bullshit psychological level, but everybody's going to be like, oh, this was like 2025 start. If 2026 starts, you know, and with a lower Bitcoin price than last year, people are going to be, oh, bear market confirmed. And maybe it's not, but I don't know. Like looking at also my own analysis, I was also looking at very similar levels to yours. I do believe we're going to have like a pump. I'm feeling quite bullish, especially because we saw like 4 days of like US selling in a row, and yesterday was the first day that the US didn't sell at stock market open. So that was like one of the key indicators that I wanted to see. But it's been quite boring sideways actions, really. Like nothing was really happening. So we really need to pierce through that area to at least for some short-term relief, you know. Like I was looking also little like opposed to your graph, like I was looking at the 4 hour like bear flag forming, then we lost that level and we didn't really almost touched that level that you touched, but you know, we kind of like went back up. So we might go lower, but I do believe that we go higher, at least for the very, very short term. But we don't know, obviously. Like we can know by now. What I wanted to talk about though, like we had some very, very good trades. Okay, so I wanted to start with that. And in fact, I do think that, but before even that, like the craziest shit is that the market appears almost untradeable. Okay, because in the short term thing, we saw US opening, pump, fake out, bam, dump. Then Asia session buys. So yesterday was the first day, as I was saying just now, that we didn't see that. But it remains extremely high risky. And I think that even for like expert traders like us, it's almost untradeable to trade for like day trades or like short term. So what we're focusing right now is really building our BitFunded account, which we've been doing. We almost passed the first challenge actually. So we're very, very close to that. And if you guys are not aware of what BitFunded is, it's basically a funded account. You purchase a package and it gives you access to a 10K account, 50K account, 100K account. And then if you pass the challenges by trading and you make profits, you can basically withdraw the profits, like 80% of it. And both Plex and I are using it quite successfully for now. And yeah, you like it, right?
Bro, I'm trading only on BitFunded at the moment. Like,
yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
Volatility, I said it also last week. I'm tired of wasting my money and like losing my bag. So I'm only using funding accounts, because at the end of the day, if I burn an account, it's not my money. Like nothing happens. I'm just gonna lose a small amount of money that I used to purchase it. And if you are new to trading and you want to start trading, there's no better way of using a funded account, because you also get that chance to have a big account and to feel the emotions that come with having a 10K, 100K account instead of your maybe a couple of $1,000 account.
And by the way, this is what we did just the other day.
Yeah,
40% up. This was a trade that we kept for just like a few hours. Yeah. And we saw that basically one chart that is also one of the picks that I wanted to talk today kind of resurrected from the dead. And it went, I was already looking at it just because of some announcement that I saw on X, so more to come for it in a second. And I was like, okay, this chart has movement. So at the first pullback, we started just like aping in, and damn, like we didn't see the exact top. I think it went to 0.082 and like that, but I mean quite close to that.
I can pull up the chart if you want. This is I have the chart with our trade on it. So if you want, I can pull it up so we can see. So we were able to get into this pullback here after this crazy pump.
Yeah.
And then we sold. We sold at a certain point because profit is profit, never be greedy. And so we basically closed.
Yeah, that was quite crazy.
So we didn't do much TA on it before opening this trade. We just like saw this massive pump, wait for a retracement, got a decent entry, not the best, but a decent entry, and made
still very good. Yeah,
still very good trade, of course.
Yeah, there's not really a TA that you can use for analyzing these things, because obviously there was like a fucking dead project, and then we started seeing some announcement on X, and we started doing like 1+1. Huh?
Look at the chart. Like, I mean, why would you trade something like that? But there was always.
I mean, yeah. We're also gonna talk about that in a second. What our thoughts are, because we were actually reflecting on like what the fuck. Why should somebody even trade it now? But there's a few things that are crossing my mind at the moment. But anyway, what did I want to say? Yeah, I wanted to actually just bring this on the screen. And by the way, before we move on, for BitFunded, if you guys want to try it out, I definitely encourage you guys to do so. We have a link down in the description of this video, and directly supports me and the Banter family. So thank you if you're using it. But honestly, this is what we do. What we did, we got a 100K account. It costs like $1,000, and you know, if you can fail it 1 or 2 times, whatever. It's not like you're blowing 100K of your money. You're maybe blowing 1K. You learn your lesson, and you make money, and you start being profitable. So yeah, that's like a big lesson, especially given that the market is so untradeable right now. I do highly recommend people to check it out, because it's literally what we're doing ourselves. I wouldn't tell you to do something that I'm not doing myself with my own money. All right. So with Mantra, what is up with Mantra? Why am I actually thinking that Mantra will skyrocket in 2026? So first of all, before getting my insights, smash the like button. It really helps the Banter family and myself a lot. I'm also down with I also have a YouTube channel down in the description. That is my personal one, so check it out. All the links are down in the description. Now, Mantra. Why am I so bullish on Mantra? First of all, this project, you guys know that it went to absolute shit. So if I get on the chart right now, who the fuck would even trade this? It was in the billions, and overnight it went to the millions. For a variety of reasons, but it's not the main purpose of me talking right now. The main thing that I gotta say is that for something that is getting resurrected now, for news that we are seeing on X, or at least that's what I'm thinking. Maybe they're looking for an X scam. I don't know. I can't say that because obviously I'm not part of the team. I don't know anyone. I'm just a guy that has access to X and just sees this feed, right? And what I'm seeing is that a project with that chart that starts posting is a big flag, because it's like, well, if this is bad, everything went to shit. Some people were blaming exchanges, some people were blaming the team internally. But if from nowhere they start bull posting every single day with like 4 or 5 posts a day, and they're more active than a meme coin that is born like 10 minutes ago in the trenches, then should maybe make you think a little bit, hey, there's perhaps something going on. So from that, we saw the news. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, we saw the news of a migration. So they're actually launching a new coin. I've tried to understand this as much as I could, but it's not really a migration. So first of all, they implemented the Mantra chain, yes, but the token sits on the Mantra chain and then on ERC20, blah, blah. If you're holding on a hardware wallet on an ERC20 token, you need to send it to a supported exchange or migrate it to the Mantra chain, but the token is staying the same. And then from the 19th of January, what they're doing, they're basically renaming the token is already migrated to its own Mantra chain. I mean, at least that's what I understood. And one token of OM, that is the current ticker, is going to be for Mantra. So if you have like 10,000 OM tokens, you're going to have 40,000 Mantra tokens. That is going to be, I'm holding on exchanges right now, so it's probably going to be like done automatically. But anyway, the fact that they're doing this, at least it makes me want to believe that there's some upside to this. And also, by looking at the chart, as I said, that is so freaking like this, if there's a minimal amount of opportunity that we're going to go at least close to the billions, I want to take it. Because listen, this thing was trading 100x from here, okay? 100x. Doesn't have to do 100x again. I don't think it will. I absolutely don't think so. But even if it does like a 10 to 15x from here, it's like insane money that you can make. Okay, I do see a lot of upsides if they're making all of these things. They also launched a stable coin that is called Mantra USD. There's just many things, and also exchanges have been collaborating with them in listing a new thing. So I do believe that so much effort shouldn't be done for just like throwing something down the basket and like let it go to zero. Plex, what do you think about this?
I mean, I'm bullish on RWAs. Into a lot of conferences this year. We've been to, the main topic has always been RWAs. So yeah, I think it could be the real deal trend that will come up. Mantra has been one of the early players. They had some issues, they had some problems. The chart obviously shows it.
Yeah.
The fact that, as you said, the X account has like resurrected from the dead. They started posting again. I noticed it too. So we said, what's going on? Like, is something gonna happen? And the fact of launching their own chain, the fact of the migrating of the token, the conversion from 1 OM to 4 Mantra, it really looks bullish to me. And I remember in the past they closed very big deals with construction companies also in Dubai. So if you go on the website, you can also find what they are doing. And the project is bullish. The fact that the team started posting again is bullish. So honestly, I would look at it. I will keep an eye on it, because if this goes back up, it's at a crazy cheap price at the moment. Like, could be insane.
Honestly, we are just betting on something. I don't want to say it's a gamble, because at the end of the day, I'm seeing info that supports my statement, that backs it up. But it is a bit of a gamble in the sense that who the fuck would buy that chart if you look at it like on a rational point of view? But you know, it's a risk. I take risks. I've taken risks that paid off massively, and some other risks that obviously I can't win them all. But also, I know that they have a VARA license. You guys probably that are not aware of this thing. Like, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. Like the fact that they are licensed in the UAE. They're posting, hey, the UAE is winning the tokenization race. They have a license to operate in there to deal with real estate in Dubai. Like, how many projects do that? Like, I've been in touch with a few. I'm not in touch with this one, but I've been in touch with other couple, and it's really hard to get these things. So if the intentions are good, in my opinion, it's very bullish. And I don't care. Some people are gonna call me crazy just by looking at that chart. It's like, Cepryl, you're gone completely nuts. Like the meme coin, the trench has got to your head. Why the fuck are you buying this thing? But listen, maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm not. Like we'll see next year, I guess. I don't expect like I'm a huge Christmas rally, but maybe by the migration time we are gonna have like a clearer idea of where things are. Did you see this? Yeah, because basically, if you don't migrate the tokens, they basically burn. So
Yeah.
bro, do you know how many will forget that they have to migrate their token that maybe we're holding since the dawn of
Exactly. Yeah, of course. Of course.
That's funny. That's funny. Yeah. And with the OKX fiasco, I don't know what happened. I'll never know what happened. I don't really care, especially because I was not holding Mantra. But yeah, I mean, basically, the Mantra community is blaming OKX. OKX is blaming Mantra. I don't know, go figure. As I said, I wasn't even a holder, so I have no idea, and I don't necessarily care. But I mean, as long as the beef is over, and yeah, they posted tokenization in every language of the world. If you're a nerd and you care about these things, okay, cool. So, and also the volume has increased massively. It was basically zero, but even now, with obviously it's on a Saturday, nobody trades on the weekend. It's lame. It's quite gay. It's up 20% from yesterday. Sorry, it's 20% volume to market cap. It's down 17%, but it's 20% volume to market cap ratio. Like, it's big. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot of volume, okay, for something that was presumably dead. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so this is the first pick. There's obviously another few that are a little safer. I would say that the next other big pick that I'm in is ONDO. I'm currently not positioned, actually, but I'm looking to buy. So spoiler alert. I'm looking to accumulate at these prices. I was actually looking to see if Bitcoin would have another dump, but I think that I'm gonna add at these prices and then see if we happen to have another dump in the next 1 or 2 weeks. I'm gonna buy a shitload of ONDO. If you guys are not aware of this, it's basically, it's backed by BlackRock. It's backed by the giants of finance, and it's an RWA project that is focused on the US market. They even made available like treasuries and stuff like that. They tokenized everything. Okay, they're tokenizing everything. It's public record that BlackRock invested into this thing. They launched their own stable coins. There's a lot of things that was cooking. And in fact, I do remember calling this. I think that I called it like around here. It did like a 3x from when I called it like back in my personal YouTube channel. And ONDO was exploding. Like, it was one of the, I would say, biggest projects in RWA for that 2023-2024 run. And I do believe it needs to go higher. This is another chart that I look at and it's like, yeah, what the fuck? Who buys this? But at the end of the day, I think that just like the way that people reason is that you guys remember AI agents when we had the run of AI agents, like beginning of 2024, end of 2024. Everybody was like, whoa, AI agents. And everybody jumped into the narrative when it was already over. Everybody got excited about AI agents when all the people that made money with AI agents had already made money with it. Okay, they made money. All right, great. And then everybody's excited about them. Massive green candles, exit liquidity, and then the narrative is gone forever, or at least for a couple of years. So what I'm saying is that I'm not saying that RWA skyrockets next month, but I'm saying that I do believe that without the shadow of a doubt, if I'm thinking about outside the box of meme coins and trenches that are always going to be there one way or another. It always rotates. The biggest takeaway that I want you to take out of this video is that narratives come and go, but you're supposed to buy them before they come back. You're not supposed to buy them after everybody's investing in them again, because otherwise you're just going to become extra liquidity. And still, yeah, OnDo is at 40 cents. Maybe it goes to 30. But whether you buy at 30 or 40, if it goes to $5, I don't really care. You know what I mean? If it goes to $5, from now, it's like a 12x. If it goes to 30, you make a 15 to 16x. Okay. But making a 12x or 15x doesn't really matter. You made money. Okay. But if, let's say, RWA is bullish tomorrow and you buy under $2, maybe you do a 2x. So yeah, maybe you make money. Great. But you make a lot more if you buy when the narrative is dead. Obviously, there's not certainty that it comes back. But I do believe that RWA just... There's people like 𝗙𝗃𝗪 that are tweeting on X, tokenize absolutely everything. Tokenization is the next big thing. Like, this is what I mean. This is what I mean. Maybe it's not the best price, but I see such a good risk to reward ratio, such a good upside potential that even if this is not the bottom, I think that just in a few months from now, or at least at some point next year, we're just going to laugh about these prices. And we're going to be like, oh, I wish I had bought. And then we go back to that old meme of like, oh, Bitcoin at 60K is a scam. And then Bitcoin at 100K, oh, it's the best investment ever. You know, that's what I think. Like, Plex, do you think the same way?
I fully agree. I mean, you know how I think and how I approach like tokens, crypto and stuff. I always look for the organic demand, like something that solves a problem. When I invest in companies, when I invest in people, what's the problem that you solve? Like, is there something that you actually do? I'm not a big meme fan. Obviously, we make money with meme coins. We've made a lot. We even made this week, and you're going to show it later. But yeah, I'm really a big fan of things that solve problems. And RWAs and the tokenization technology, the world of tokenization actually solves problems. So the point is in finding the right actors, the right players that you want to be positioned, that you want to be in the same team of. So obviously you need to look at track record. You need to look at who the team is built by, what track record these people have, where they come from, what did they do before doing this, and really find the project that makes you passionate about it. And so in the big picture, I'm super bullish on tokenization. I don't know when this storytelling is gonna explode. If it's gonna be in a week, in a month, in a year, I don't know. It's gonna explode for sure. I'm fully convinced that it's gonna explode because all the big ones are talking about it and it solves problems. So
yeah, I mean, just look at this. Like, you go to the website of OnDo, supported by diverse range of institutional and crypto native partners and service providers. Okay, BlackRock, Coinbase, Injective, Solana, bruh. Like BlackRock. I mean,
come on.
What other RWA have this? So I don't think this is not going to go anywhere. Like, these people are going to want to make money. These people want to make money. If the price doesn't go up, they don't make money.
They always make money, right?
And they and they have a lot of money involved. All right. So yeah, look at all the publications. There's also, this is really involved in like traditional finance as well. This is probably why Wall Street likes it so much. Yeah. So Wall Street, please pump our bags. I think they will. Easily. And talking about tokenization, also of absolute bullshit, I literally called a 50x just the other day. And this is publicly documented on my free Telegram that I posted it when it was, I didn't post it at the beginning. I posted like 40K.
Yeah.
So you would have caught it at like 30 to 40K, something like that. I called it in my private group at 18K. I scanned it. I was like, hey, totally tweeted about this. Like literally, this is going to be big. So I scanned it in my private group. The people in my private group that are smart, they aped in immediately. Then I was like, all right, I'll put it on the Telegram because I think this is huge, and I generally want to help people make money. This is why I started as a content creator. And bam, then we start seeing insane candles, totally tweets about it again. And he's like, oh, 𝗙𝗘𝗪. Like, holy shit. So It touched 1 million. I don't even have the updated scorecard. It was 40. Yeah, you can see here. I'm not just LARPing. I'm not just like talking bullshit. It's literally, look at the timestamp in my Telegram group. Like, you can verify that information. I'm not here to talk shit. But when I call good stuff, I need to just say it because I told you so. All right. I called it 18K to 1 million, bruh.
It was crazy.
Like,
40x with this market. 40x with this market is like something really insane.
And this is what I want to say. Like, obviously, if you're buying spot, it doesn't feel good right now. If you're like scalping in and out, it's also really hard because day trading is almost impossible when we have these liquidity sweeps. They're like bam, 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 bam. Bitcoin is literally trading like a meme coin. But if people are in the trenches, if they understand what they're doing, if they're not just like gambling money away, but they have like proper risk management, which is also what I'm trying to preach. I made up literally a free course of 5 hours that my private members have. It's called Memecoin Masterclass by Cepryl. It's 5 hours of my knowledge, pure knowledge, that you should study, so you're not just like gambling your money away. And a free course, like, it's literally included as part of your membership. I'm not selling it anymore. All right, just because I made my money, I don't need your money. I just put it available for the members so they can actually start getting knowledge and not just like calls. I didn't make a group just to, hey, here's my call, a pin, pump my bags. No, maybe you make money with that. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. I have no problem with just people that send signals, but my first goal in the industry was like to educate people so that they could understand and they would get the knowledge that led me to just doing to the spot that I'm at as a trader, as a content creator, and everything. So the moral of the story, I saw something in this and I was like, okay, I'll share it on Telegram. You can see that I shared like 2 calls in the last week on my free Telegram. One did 4x and one did 50x. Or I shared 2 calls in my public Telegram. I don't just can anything. So yeah, it's absolutely insane. The fact that it went to 1 million blows me away. Like, what the fuck? I still can't believe it. But this is where I wanted to go to. Regardless of the market conditions, as I said, spot is not fun. Day trading almost impossible. So use a funded account if you can, or otherwise just use proper risk management. Don't trade more you can afford to lose, etc. But when it comes to the trenches, and I want to say this, when it comes to the trenches, there is always going to be opportunities. Doesn't matter if Solana is at $300 or at freaking, like $100 or $90 when it went to in April. It doesn't fucking matter. There's always going to be a runner. Every day, we have at least one runner that goes from like 10K to like 400, 500K. If you get it, it's like a 50X. All right. There is always that opportunity, regardless of the Solana price. And I also want to agree on something. I want to say this. Let's say if you agree, Plex. Let's see if you agree. But when the market is like this, so nuked, it's actually way easier to make money in the trenches. For one simple reason. When Solana goes to like $300, there's a lot of scammers. There's a lot of bad actors that just deploy anything and just try to farm you because there's volume in the trenches. People are getting their interest again. So they try to farm anything that comes, like anything, just gets farmed like crazy. PvP gets higher. Like, bro, like it's almost impossible to make money when there's like too much volume. Like when there's too much volume, it's too hard to make money. When there's lower volume, when Solana is much cheaper, a lot of scammers, especially from countries that I won't name, but I'm not being racist. It's just like facts and data. There's just going to be way less of those people trying to just deploy bullshit, okay? And it's going to be way easier to make money. And also, if you make money, let's say you make 10 Solana today and the Solana price is $100, then you keep that Solana and Solana goes to 300 eventually. Eventually it will, maybe, hopefully next year at some point. It's like you 3x your money. So it's like you're farming money out for all the trenches, and then you hold that Solana and then you sell it when the market turns bullish. You realize how much money you're leaving on the table. I'm not just saying this because I make money, because I've seen people that were nobodies to actually make money in the trenches that just like that, because they started like locking in. So if there is not a better time to actually lock in, to build skills, to understand what is wallet tracking, what wallets you should be tracking and what you should not be tracking, what groups you should be in, because I also don't recommend people to just trade by themselves because they're going to lose in the majority of cases. And it's really when you develop your skills, it's really when you put in the work, and then when the market is better, you made your Solana, you sell the Solana. Okay, or maybe you accumulate and you rotate into RWA picks, like we're talking about today. So it's all a matter of like risk management, understanding the market, understanding the phases and what the market has for you. What do you say, bro?
I really agree with you. And on the skills point, I think that's the secret, right? So
yeah,
skills saved me. Like in some situation, if I didn't have some skills, like trading, like perps or stuff like that, I didn't know how to do it. Like. So it's really important to get these moments of the market where it's a bit boring, where it's easier to lose money than make money, and start to get to know new skills, get to learn from who made it and is there to teach you. I mean, we give you education, we give you even calls that do 40x with this market. Like, why are you not into the private group? Like, there's no sense you're not doing it. And we are there. We do weekly VCs where we talk. We do TA sessions. We are doing a perps course. We are doing a lot. And
yeah,
I mean, if you're not in there, I don't know what you're doing. Like you're
yeah. Also, like to just clarify this, like this course that I made, I just recently made like available to the group, and it's a game changer. You basically do it directly on WAP. It's like you do all the lessons. I think it's fucking great, and that is solely focused on Memecoin and on Memecoins. And we're also doing one on perps that Plex is doing, and every week we're dropping a new lesson. So there's a lot of that I'm learning myself from this one. So yeah, it's all included in the price of your membership. It's not just like a membership to get trading signals and bullshit. No, it's just a lot more to that. A real community, and yeah, I love what we are building here. Like honestly, like I think that a lot of people are going to make a lot of money very, very soon. And they're already doing that. Like if you caught the runner the other day, imagine how much money you left on the table if you didn't, you know.
With one sol making 39 is crazy shit. I'm not gonna lie.
Crazy. It's crazy. And if you're doing perps, guys, you can obviously do BitFunded, as I said. If you're doing trades on a real centralized exchange, I'm using BitUnix. The offer is still valid, the deposit bonus. I try to extend it just because I know how much you guys loved it, etc. You're still in time. This is the exchange that I'm using for my perps, other than BitFunded, obviously. All the links for every exchange are going to be down in the description, as always. And also for Memecoins, I'm trading everything on Padre, now called Terminal. It's the best one out there, no comparison. It's directly supported and acquired by the Pump Fund team. So all the new features they get there first, like the Mayhem one that we saw just a few weeks back. So get access. It's also linked down in the description or on my X profile. If you don't follow me on X, just do it. I mean, what the fuck are you doing if you don't follow me? You're losing time. I mean, look, even on my pin thing, I literally have a guide on getting started with Memecoins available for free. I should charge for this, by the way. I should charge for this, but I'm not doing it because I'm a nice guy. And I don't need your money, as I said. I made a lot of money with Memecoins. And with Plex, follow Plex as well, right here, okay? 0x Plex. He's also running a giveaway when he reaches 1,000 followers. We're not that far off, bro.
Nah, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. So
yeah. Prepare your Solana, right? Prepare your Solana because you're about to send it. So follow Plex. You have 272 chances before he reaches 1,000 followers, and he's gonna give $200 away.
Talking about giveaways, if I can, I saw your hoodie you have on today, like your.
Oh, bro. So this live stream, obviously, shout out to the sponsor of this live stream, RIV Capital. They're launching RIVCoin. Not only they're the sponsor of this video, but they also send me this merch. I went to their offices in Dubai to get the merch. They didn't send it. They're fucking legends. They're fucking legends. I think that it's the only project that really gave away like 5 figures plus in giveaways.
I think we are at 16K right now. Obviously, as a lot of the people I see in the chat know, I'm part of the team. I've been part of the team for the last 2 years. We gave away, as I said, 16K, I think, dollars in the last like 7 months in giveaways. building our community. Obviously, I don't know, I really like all the graphics, the artwork that has been done for RIV. It's really
Yeah, it's pretty
engaging.
cool.
But that's not the point. The point is that it's an asset-backed cryptocurrency. It's a coin that's backed by real money that gets invested in a strategy that has a 15 years track record. And that's amazing, because you get to use DeFi to have your money backed by CeFi. So I think what's nice about RIV is that they're creating a hybrid model where they're bridging DeFi and TradFi, as you see there on that video actually. And the team is all doxed. Cepryl, you've been in our offices, you got to know all the team. We have been there. We have been building for the last year inside our community, building for the last 3 years all our technology stack. The launch is very soon. It's gonna be very soon. We're gonna launch a pre-sale.
When launch, sir? When marketing?
So everything is ready. But obviously, with this market sentiment, I think it's better to wait a bit, right? We want to see the market getting a bit bullish.
You gotta do it right. You just don't want to launch for the sake of it. Otherwise,
exactly. Yeah, like why would you do it? We are building. We are giving away education. You have a Discord server where you can find free courses also on RIV, and we are running giveaways. So we have an ongoing giveaway if you are joining the whitelist, and we have another giveaway which involves this live stream too. So it's super easy. Use this live stream, cut the video, clip it, start posting it on X, on Instagram, wherever you want. Use the hashtag. You can find everything on our X profile. Use it, and there's $1,000 to grab. It's gonna be first winner 500, second winner 300, third winner 200. So
amazing.
What do you do? Start clipping. It's gonna be so easy for you, and
get to clipping, make some money. All right, you guys should. All right, the next one, Plex. I don't know if you know this. It's like quite recent, but I also
heard
put my
about
eyes
it.
on this one. Huh?
I heard about it. I'm not like an expert on it, but that name I heard a couple of times.
Yeah, so it's called maple syrup, and it's basically like combined to the world of like real finance with it's asset management on chain, they call it. So basically it's like, the world of like hedge fund, blah, blah, finance brought onto the blockchain, which is quite interesting. And assets under management, they have 4 billion. So it's not just like hype, at least from what I'm seeing here. They have like numbers to back it up. So this is probably the only other one that I would be looking to accumulate with size. And guys know me, I'm not the kind of guy that is just going to buy like 20 RWA picks because I'm bullish on RWA. I would rather like focus on 2 or 3 and just invest on them with size. And, also because I don't need to keep track of like 10 different crypto news on my crypto Twitter or whatever. Like, you guys need to understand that the more coins you're investing in, the more stress, the more time, the more energy that you need to put into following these things, because it's not just like buying Bitcoin that whatever, Bitcoin goes higher over time. Cool. Like these things you need to actively track. You need to actively track what the altcoin dominance is, where we are in the cycle, or do cycles still exist? I mean, that is another debate. But the thing is, I would rather select quality over quantity, and it's a mistake that I did obviously when I started my crypto journey. Like I felt like, oh, this is gonna do this is gonna do that. I invest in all of this. No, like select few. Okay, so mantra, we said we have a potential of resurrection. We're seeing that already, and we did that already for the trade that I showed you right here. ONDO, probably the best risk to rewards. The best risk to reward, the safest one that I can buy out of the bunch, and it's at extremely dirt cheap. For Maple Finance syrup, your maple syrup, this is a recent launch, okay? Unlike other one. Wait, let me put the full chart. It's 1 year of life, so arguably it didn't go through like a very bullish period. It just like topped in July. I'm not sure why. But ever since it corrected around a 50%, and obviously this bearish period, you can see that the chart has been holding up very, very well. and it's already showing signs of recovery. So you can see that the very, very bottom of the month was at the beginning of the month, and it's already up 50%. But still, even from the highs, we're still down like 50% or so. So in my opinion, it's still incredibly cheap, just because, listen, asset management, 4 billion, like what the fuck? That's a lot of money. Like, they have money, okay? They have money, and the thing that makes me think, like, okay, they need to just deliver value and returns to investors and VCs, etc., is because they really, like, are you gonna tell me that July it was the top for them? Like, nobody cared about crypto. Like, we had like a small run, okay, cool, but we didn't experience a bull run, or not even an altcoin run like we did at the beginning of 24. So they missed on all of this. It's a relatively new project. And obviously the projects that are new, they're always the ones that give the biggest returns, like usually, just because they're new and VCs haven't really made that money. Yeah. I mean, at least that's the way that I see it. But I will see this way with the run of 2024. And I made money because I was investing into new projects. So the fact that this is so new, and also you can see here, Galaxy, Circle, Coinbase, like big names backing this up. They also have their own stable coin that is basically, you make money through liquid staking, which is pretty cool. They have a lending and borrowing protocol, 100+ borrowers, 15 billion borrowed. So they're liquid. They have a lot of money. This is it. I mean, this should be treated as alpha. The team is fully doxed. You can check them on LinkedIn. You can see the background of this. It's real people that are managing billions of dollars in value. So I don't think that you need to research much more other than checking that these people are real, which I've done, and I've done my due diligence. You can check them out on LinkedIn, and everybody has like a very good background and everything. And a chart that looks good. And an industry that, in my opinion, is destined to thrive in the very near future. So yeah, it's also on Base. I'm very bullish on these things expanding on the Base ecosystem, because obviously it's born on Ethereum. Investors love Ethereum, whether you like it or not. And Base is like just the natural progression of something that is born on Ethereum. So in my opinion, this is really, really good. This is really, really good. So yeah, what do you think, bro?
Bro, so if you want to wrap up all this concept that you said of institutionals and the RWAs and tokenization, so we are in a historical moment where institutions finally start to invest in crypto. Because when I started in crypto, this didn't happen. No institutionals were talking about crypto, were investing in crypto, were building projects in crypto, where you had VCs that big with BlackRock and these things investing publicly in these projects. We are in a precise historical moment that I really think is going to change and it's going to explode. So I'm only looking at RWAs, asset-backed coins, coins that have asset management behind it. These are the coins that are going to go. Maybe they're not going to do 1000x. They're not meme coins. But I feel much safer in investing in this sort of projects than on a frog or something like that in this historical moment, right? It's good to gamble. It's good to play with memes, like let's try it. Let's do a 2x, 3x, blah, blah. But when you have to take your own bags, your own money and put them somewhere, who's gonna win? Right? So,
and also, who's gonna pump your bags? Just like 𝗙𝗃𝗄𝗄 in your mom's basement eating Doritos, or BlackRock, bro. Like, we can just like argue, oh, crypto is meant to be decentralized, fuck institutions, but at the end of the day, those are the
it's too late, bro.
Entities that are gonna pump your bags.
It's too late.
Those are the things that are gonna move the price, not just like Roberto with like $50 in his Phantom wallet.
Yeah,
So I'm very bullish, not because I like the nature of this, but because I like money, and I like that you guys can make money with this. This is why I'm just talking about these things, because it's the ones that I buy myself for my own portfolio. And the people that know me well, that I've been following my journey on my personal YouTube channel, check it out if you haven't already. It's linked down there in the description of this video. Know that, because Like, look, I was talking about OnDo. Let me find my OnDo video. Like, I actually want to see it now. OnDo. Bruh. 1st of February, I put my money where my mouth is. 1st of February 24. What was the price of OnDo? Let me see the chart. You see, it was at 27 cents. Okay. Then you see where it went. It's still cheaper than now, by the way. It's still cheaper than now. Went to $2. It's almost a 10x. And it's still cheaper than today. Can you believe it?
Incredible.
Bro, not making this up. That's me. Fuck, man. So yes, I do find things very, very early. And I have the track record to show you. Not just like running my mouth. Damn, bro. So, any other final remarks? Anything else, bro, on your radar?
I think that, as we said, check out RWA projects. You did a great explanation of these projects. Mantra seems very interesting to me. I was studying it before the crash. Once it crashed, I didn't care. I didn't buy it, honestly. I didn't lose money on it. But again, it popped up on my X. I said, oh, what's going on? Tweets, something is happening. So there's a chance. High risk could be high reward.
Yeah.
OnDo that you talked about is super.
No, sorry, there's a question. Is the special for month still on your private? Special for month? I'm not sure what you mean.
Like a Black Friday offer that we had, right?
The Black Friday, it's the yearly discount. If you mean that, yes, it's up until tomorrow. So you still have 1 day of time. From next week, it's going to be removed. I just decided to extend it just because the market was so shit. So I was like, listen, I'm just going to have it for a little longer because I know that people lost a lot of money. So yeah, the Black Friday offer, it's, I mean, let me just grab it because I don't run the store page. But yeah, it's still active for $8.99. You get a whole year. That is still active, but ends tomorrow. Okay. So if that's what you meant, if you meant something else, I'm not sure. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so I mean, OnDo, super bullish. Maple, super bullish. I'm bullish on things where institutionals and people that come from TradFi are putting. Obviously, RIV. I'm bullish on RIV. I'm part of the team.
Obviously.
RIV has not launched yet, so
I'm committed to the sponsors.
You're committed. You're approved. So once RIV launches, I'm gonna even put my own money, right? Where I work, where I build the team. And so this is what I'm bullish on. This is what I'm looking. Obviously, we are trading. We are doing everything as usual. We are making money every week, every day. That's not an issue, but we are looking at this space, and I'm really bullish on it.
Likewise, bullish. And I'm bullish on you guys watching this live stream. Thank you so much. If you show just a thank you of appreciation, drop a like. It really helps everyone here. And I really appreciate you spending some of your Saturday with us. I hope that you got some alpha. I mean, we dropped so much alpha today. So yeah, I'm sure that you did. And hopefully I'll see you in the VIP group so you can start making some money with us and jumping on the calls that we're doing. Check out all the courses. Again, there's three courses available. One is for Center for Beginners and gem hunting. Then there's one on futures and one on meme coins. All you get access to this for freaking $900 a year. It's crazy. Or $125 a month, whatever. Okay, so be there and make money. Unless you don't like money. But if you don't like money, I'm not sure why you're watching this live stream. Right? Thank you guys. I will see you on the next one. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.